What's up, everybody? You know we gotta cash in on this drama while this shit is hot. I just have to make sure not to swear in this video and it won't get demonetized. But that shouldn't be too fucking hard. Anyway, you see what's going on. Let's have a chat with Rawvana. We're gonna have to speed old girl up a little bit just to save some time. Here we go.
Did not feel ready to talk about this or share it. And first of all, I just want to say that I'm really
The fake puppy face. Oh, the feigned look of concern. Come on, man. Just because you furrow your brow, that don't mean you're sorry. But, like I said, these people are fake.
really sorry about the way that the news were communicated to you, how you had to find out. I know that so many of you trust me, you listen to me, and you probably feel deceived and lied to, and you're in your whole right to feel that. And for that, I ask for forgiveness. I'm human, I made a mistake, and I was not planning on hiding this from you. I was planning on...
What mistake? Is she gonna get to it? What's the mistake?
I'm still in the process of admitting and accepting to myself the changes that I've had to make in my diet because of health reasons. And in this...
Wait, what's the mistake? Is the vegan diet the mistake? Is it eating fish that's the mistake? Or is it pretending to be on the vegan diet while eating fish that's the mistake? What's the mistake? I mean, if you can't recognize what the mistake is, if you can't identify it, you're probably liable to make it again. Or does she even give a fuck?
How much I stand for the plant-based diet and for veganism. I believe it because I felt it, I've experienced it. 6 years ago, I adopted a raw vegan diet. I learned about this magnificent way of eating plants.
The delusion continues. I guess there's been some speculation out there as to this being some kind of a publicity stunt. I don't know. I mean, if she really wanted to get caught, why would she be still sucking the vegan dick? She's a hoe, that's why. Look, if you don't like my style, get, alright? I appreciate all styles, but I gotta say, man, some of you normal people, and by that I mean non-vegans, normal people, you're a little bit too, how do I put this, soft on this woman. You're a little bit too forgiving. It's like a pretty girl smiles at some of you white knight suckers, and you just come back crawling on your knees. Please like me. Give me a break, man. I mean, look, like I said, everybody got their style. Everybody, you know, I don't expect everybody to be a potty mouth like myself. But this woman has 473,000 followers with her Spanish channel, her multiple channels. It's in the millions, I'm pretty sure, right? She has influenced so many gullible people, convinced them to go vegan, no doubt about it, right? She ate, for all we know, let's just keep it real. Whatever she says, the lady's a liar, okay? The lady's fake. We gotta take anything she says with a grain of salt, all right? Don't be deceived. But from where I stand right now, it looks like she was pretending to be vegan while eating fish and eggs and who knows what else, right? Okay, so she's lying. But now she says she believes, if you believe in the vegan diet, why are you eating fish? And for all of you suckers acting like she's some kind of hero or a good person or she's doing something right because she couldn't sustain the fucking shit diet and started eating fish and got caught even though she didn't want to admit it. She wanted to keep lying for you to act like she's some kind of a good person. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Let food be thy medicine and your medicine be your food. All of these things I learned 6 years ago, and they completely changed my life. Because of this plant-based diet and of veganism, I was able to overcome addiction like alcoholism and smoking cigarettes. I was able to gain a greater consciousness of who who I am and my place in this world and the foods that I need in order to thrive and everything. It elevated.
What the? Come on, man. You're selling the vegan diet still, but you're not eating the vegan diet, and you're talking about your consciousness? What dumb fuck sits there, listens to this, and believes it? Who?
My consciousness and body, mind, and spirit. And because of that is because I decided to start a blog, to start my Instagram page and my YouTube channel and share this with all of you because I wanted to share this message, these good news, this thing that I had found that I felt so.
No, you just wanted to make a living.
So because of that, I'm also grateful to this lifestyle. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here with you today.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Have shared all the things that I've shared with you throughout the years. I was vegan, completely vegan for over 6 years. And it's been 2 months since I started incorporating eggs and fish into my diet. And I just want to be completely honest and authentic.
Oh, here goes the puffy face again. Oh, hook, line, and sucker.
And truthful with you guys today. That is just what I've been, and I want to continue to be that. Transparent. Before that, I just want to say that.
Wait a minute. I've been honest? That's what I've been, and I just want to continue to be honest? Wow. I'm beginning to think we're dealing with a narcissistic psychopath over here. Seriously, I'm not even kidding.
I believe in this diet that it can heal people. I believe that it's an amazing diet that many people thrive on and that I have thrived on for years. And something happened to me in my health that led me to have to try another solution to feel better. So I'll get to that soon. Okay, it all started 6 years ago. This was when I found out about the plant-based diet.
So is it working or is it not working?
The raw vegan diet, and that's how my journey started. I adopted raw veganism for the first 2 weeks, and I felt amazing. I did juice cleanses. I was feeling less anxiety. I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to smoke cigarettes. I was sleeping better. I was feeling better.
I mean, it sounds like a typical vegan story, right? Somebody decides to do something about their health because they haven't been living very healthfully. And, they quit smoking, they quit drinking, they change their diet, and, you get 2 out of the 3 right, you're gonna see improvement.
I was looking better, my skin cleared. It was amazing, it was beautiful. I had found a hidden gem, and I didn't know, why don't people know about this? Why isn't this information out there? So a few months into it, that's when I decided to share my journey, and I decided to share this. At the beginning, this was just getting started on social media. This was 2013, so people were just starting to talk about raw veganism and plant-based diet on, to the masses. And in Spanish, actually, there was really no one talking about this except for me for a long time. I was like,
yeah, she tapped into virgin market. Simple. Like, okay, smart businesswoman. Honest person? I don't think so.
And I continued on my journey, and the more I continued, the more I got just involved into the lifestyle, and I wanted to learn everything about it. I took courses, I became a health coach, certifications, and a year into my journey, I decided to do a 25-day water fast. So I fasted for 25 days. Yes, I only drank water for 25 days. I don't know how I did it, honestly, but I did it. And it's been one of the most incredible experiences I've ever had in my life. And I felt like I resetted my whole body. I just felt amazing.
She felt amazing. Why? Well, because she took all the garbage out of her diet, went into ketosis, and she felt amazing. Duh! Except you don't have to do that. Cut out most of the fiber, most of the sugar, start eating fat and protein, and you're going to feel amazing. Most of you, anyway.
Felt on top of the world. Energy levels were beyond. I was waking up every single day at 6 a.m., going for runs. I was eating at the time a low-fat raw vegan diet. But one thing that did happen after my water fast was that I lost my period. By this time, talking to other people who were in the movement, they're like, no, it's normal, it's okay, you're still ovulating, you're just not bleeding. I even thought that it was a good thing at one point. So that went on for 2 years. I didn't have my period for 2 years. Until the end of 2015 was when I started looking more into it and talking to more people and reading about it. And I learned that not having a period is really not healthy. All of my hormones were out of whack. Actually, they were premenopausal, like if I was a premenopausal woman. And this was really weird because
Vegan aging, right? That's just what happens to people. And look, I hope you're not expecting some kind of great insight to all these womanly matters. I mean, you've come to the wrong place, homie. But I wonder if this naturopath she went to was a vegan. If they even talked about diet. I suppose they did. They had to have, no? Anyway, if it wasn't a vegan, it wasn't one of these ideologically possessed kooks, then they probably would have asked about her diet and suggested eating meat, right? I wonder if that's when she started eating meat. I wonder. And, you know, why are you fasting? If you're feeling so amazing, right, and the vegan diet is working so great, why the fuck are you fasting? I'm not buying it, man. Because it seems to me, judging by some of these other ex-vegan interviews, people start fasting because they're hoping for the diet to do something for them, heal them in one way or another. And even though they may experience some results initially, the more they get into it, the more they feel like they need to heal, right? Because they're suffering, just like she was, which is why she felt amazing when she took this garbage food completely out, right? And went into ketosis. Duh.
I felt good physically, but the numbers were wrong and I wasn't getting my period. What I've learned is that whenever there is disease in the body, it doesn't just happen from one day to the next. It's like a gradual thing. It's a buildup of things that eventually you get something, you get a disease. Even though at the time I was feeling fine and I was good physically and I had good energy levels, something was going on in my body that wasn't right, and eventually it was going to catch up to me.
Malnourishment.
And eventually it was going to get worse. So I began to change up my diet. I increased my fat levels. The doctors were like, you need to eat more fat. I added salt into my diet because I needed minerals. That's
Typical vegan experience, right? The shit works a little bit in the beginning, and then the need to experiment arises because the shit ain't working anymore. That's why she started fasting and changing up her diet, because the shit wasn't working.
around the same time when I started to eat cooked. They weren't related, the two. I started to eat cooked because I was craving cooked food, but maybe it was also because something was going on in my body that was telling me like, hey, you need more things.
Sound
then
confused,
I
girlfriend.
and added some cooked food, and within 2 months I got my period, and I was really happy. But it was very irregular, so I never knew when it was coming. Some months it came. Most months it did come, and I would get my period for 2 to 3 days. So it was light, and I just
Her body was starved for fat. She needed fat.
It was years that I didn't have my period, so obviously my body needed time to heal. So I was patient.
And it still needed cholesterol, probably.
And it was in 2017, the middle, towards kind of like September or something, when I stopped getting my period again in 2017. And it was around 5 months that I didn't have my period when I got to the point that I was like, okay, I need to like go and get checked again. Like, something's going on. I'm not getting my period. I think also
So she bounced back just a little bit because she went from the completely insane raw vegan diet to a slightly less insane cooked vegan diet. So she noticed that improvement. She upped her fats and helped her get some of the nutrients and probably absorb her the fat-soluble vitamins that she was ingesting a little bit better. But in the end, she still probably wasn't meeting her nutritional requirements, right? She was still malnourished and lost her period again, right? How do we blame meat? We gotta find a way to blame meat for this one. That's what all the dumbass vegans are thinking.
also part of why I wasn't getting my period, it was the stress. My hormones were still not good. I wasn't ovulating. I am still not ovulating. I was basically anemic and my thyroid levels were low.
It's hilarious. I was listening to that Vegan Gains Frank Tufano shit show of a debate, and Vegan Gains was all about, health outcomes. I need to see health outcomes. What the fuck are you talking about, health outcomes? Are you blind? Or just a dishonest piece of shit? Probably both. Health outcomes. Jeez.
Ever since I started to go with them, they would always say, you need eggs. Just eat some eggs and you'll be fine. And I was like, no, I'm not going to eat eggs.
You need to eat chicken periods to have a period, right?
Would recommend that.
You would think a vegan would understand that one.
We're like, you need to, first of all, you need to gain more weight. You need to take the testosterone, the thyroid medicine, and these supplements, and also it would really benefit you if you ate some eggs. So I was like, no. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna seek out some different information and talk to someone who actually understands my diet. What you need to do is get an iron supplement. So I started to take iron. Also, eat more protein, eat more fat, like
toxic shit.
and I was also taking some Chinese herbs to help me regulate my period. I'm gonna gain weight, and I did gain weight. I did. I gained around 6 pounds, and I got my period back. And this time it came back good. Like I felt it different. This time it came back more regular. There was like good things going on where I was getting my period, but at the same time my energy levels were just not good. They were decreasing. So I did notice that, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. I always thought that I was traveling too much, which I was.
So many vegans talk about this, right? Fatigue. Malnourishment. What else do you think it is? Obviously, stress plays a part in it, if indeed she was stressed. But can't really trust this one, and I can't stress that enough.
Wait, it was July of 2018 when two things happened to me. I got Candida, and it wasn't like a normal Candida, but this was vaginitis Candida. So I got Candida in my vagina.
Vegan crotch, gross.
No, it's so weird. I had never heard about it. I did the Candida diet, so I started on that, and basically the Candida diet was a diet low in sugar.
Oh, a diet low in sugar helps to get rid of Candida. What causes Candida, I wonder? Well, the sugar-rich vegan diet. Duh. And if I hear another vegan say that carbohydrates aren't sugar, I'm gonna snap, I swear to God.
Low in fruit. I completely eliminated kombucha from my diet. I didn't eat grains. I was basically just eating veggies and fats and tempeh. I was also taking some supplements and some herbs for that, and that went away.
So what would be the best diet to deal with Candida? Well, the carnivore diet, probably. But humans are herbivores, so, you know, go figure that one out.
I did get better, and then I went to get tested again, and it was gone, so I was happy about that. But around that time was when I was also starting to get some digestive issues, and these digestive issues were that I was getting very, very bloated from basically anything that I ate. I was feeling constipated. I was getting diarrhea. I was having.
Wait a minute. How is she getting constipated? She's eating tons of fiber. Wait a minute. What's going on? Does not compute, does it?
A lot of gases.
Oh, by the way, if you're constipated, I got a tip for you. Carnivore diet. Digestive issues as well. Any sort of digestive issues. Just eat some meat.
It wasn't very big as how it eventually
or mostly
got.
meat.
I told my doctor about these symptoms that I was having, and we already knew that I didn't have Candida, so she said, I think you have SIBO. This was like towards the end of the summer, and which is really...
Oh, I mean, how many vegans do we have to hear the same story from in order for us to start considering these anecdotes as, well, one big fucking epidemiological study? Because that's exactly what it is. Okay? All you gotta do is compile these testimonials, right? And draw your conclusions. Wham bam, thank you, man. You have a epidemiological study. Yep, that's it. Do it.
To it. I was focusing on getting healthier, on doing what I needed to do and not worrying about it. So during this time,
So her health is slowly deteriorating on this diet, but she's focusing on getting healthier? What?
The SIBO breath test, I was trying out different things. Like I would try eating raw for a week and seeing how I felt, and I thought that, okay, this is what I need to cleanse to just reset my digestive system. Or I would do juice cleanses, I would do water fast.
Did you drink your urine?
I felt really good when I did water fasting because I wasn't eating anything. I got to the point where I just preferred not to eat because I was afraid that anything that I would eat, I would feel sick after it. I also tried intermittent fasting. I said, okay, intermittent fasting is what I need to do. I tried that.
If the shit you're eating is causing you all kinds of health problems, right? You got that vegan crotch, you got SIBO. Every time you eat something, you get bloated, farty, you get diarrhea, you have digestive issues. If the shit that you put in your stomach gives you diarrhea, maybe you shouldn't be putting that shit in your stomach. I'm just saying, you know. Not trying to be too scientific over here.
Meal. Eventually I did the SIBO breath test. So I did that for 2 days, and the diet that you have to do that test is basically a protein and fat diet. Like you can't eat anything that is
Oh, what diet would that be?
fiber. So I basically didn't eat anything. I ate white rice, that's one thing that you could eat. So I was starting to feel desperate for my health and to find a solution around the summertime. And that's when I started.
Okay, so far, and look, I'm not a doctor, alright? I'm not a goji man, alright? So take this with a grain of salt. But so far, it seems like the solution to all her problems, or let's just start at the beginning, the origin of all the problems is the vegan diet. And the solution is the carnivore diet. But she's all about the vegan diet. She believes in the vegan diet, right? Because she's so honest. Or she's just fucking dumb.
Open up to the possibility of adding some animal products into my diet. And it was really hard because For so long, I saw this food, this animal food, as something that is basically toxic for my body. To see it as something that it could heal me was really hard for me to, it still is hard for me to accept and admit or even consider at the time, but I was warming up to the idea of it. I hadn't even received my SIBO test.
She looked pretty damn happy with that huge ass fish in front of her. A fucking liar, man.
By this time, I've taken a lot of supplements. A lot of supplements. There was one point when I was carrying around a big bag of supplements everywhere. And I eventually stopped taking those supplements because I felt like they weren't doing anything to me. And then I would get tests and nothing would change. Anyways, I was researching on the best brands, the ones that I will absorb better, taking different things that, you know, I know that if I take vitamin C, I can absorb certain minerals better. So I was pretty much sick of just taking powders and taking supplements. I didn't want to do it like that. And the other option was...
That's the vegan diet, isn't it? The longer you stick to it, the more supplements you're going to have to consume, right? Hey, works out for big pharma.
And adding some animal protein into my diet to substitute what I wasn't able to eat, because basically what happens when you have SIBO is that your body can't digest fiber, and as you know, the plant-based diet is mainly focused on
well, I mean, your body can't really digest fiber, soluble fiber. Okay, fine, but yeah, not really.
Everything has fiber, and fiber is really good, but when you have SIBO, fiber is really bad for you, and your body can't process it, which is why I was feeling so bloated, and I was...
So eating fiber gave you SIBO, and sugar, well, fiber is sugar, and eating more fiber is going to make the SIBO worse, while a high protein fat diet is going to make it better. Yep, humans are herbivores.
Having indigestion and diarrhea whenever I ate anything, because it was full of fiber and my body couldn't take it. So I gave myself the opportunity to try something else, to experiment. And this was really hard because of what I believed for so long, because of what I preached for so long, because of the responsibility that I feel as someone who has a voice and who speaks. I decided to put my health first. For a while, I hadn't put it first, and I wasn't considering all of the options. And for me, it was now an option.
Wait a minute. Wasn't her whole channel about health, how to be healthier, how to lose weight, how to, do all this healthy stuff? Isn't she running a health and fitness channel? So while she's struggling with her health, she's giving health advice. Oh, and all these suckers are gonna stay subbed. They're gonna stay paying attention to somebody who has no clue what she's doing, right? Brilliant. Good going, guys.
Seeing it as an option, and that's exactly why I hadn't shared it with you, because for me it's still an experiment. For me it's still a process. I'm still figuring it out. I'm not going to sit here in front of the camera and tell you like, oh, I've been eating eggs and fish for the past 2 months and everything is better and everything is good and the plant-based diet doesn't work. No, I'm not saying that at all.
So wait a minute, another contradiction. She's making an excuse for why she didn't tell you about animal products, right? Because she hasn't quite figured it out yet. Liar. She noticed immediate improvement. I guarantee you that. But when she was struggling on her vegan diet and didn't have it figured out, it was perfectly fine to give advice and talk about her experience as if she had it figured out when she didn't. Yeah, this is an honest person. Very honest. Not at all conflicted. At all.
I'm saying that I am trying to figure it out, and I really want to be able to go back to eating plant-based. I want to be able to
I feel so bad for you.
And be a testament to that.
Please don't unsubscribe, all of you vegans.
That was 2 months ago, and for the
I won't eat fish in front of you anymore.
First of all, it was difficult for me to eat that because I felt a lot of guilt and shame, and even just the
No, she didn't.
textures of it.
No, she didn't.
It's not something that I
She felt,
really enjoyed.
if anything, she felt stupid. All right.
Was into, but I was seeing it as medicine. In the past, I never ate eggs. Like I never liked eggs, and thinking about where they were coming from, of course I was sourcing.
This is what pisses me off, man, this whole medicine. So you bring yourself to the brink by not eating a nutritionally complete diet. All right, you malnourish yourself by not eating the foods you're supposed to be eating. And because those foods will rebuild your body if you reintroduce them, animal products, we're going to call that medicine? It's not medicine. All that other shit that you thought was food was medicine. Some of it, a lot of it. What you're talking about now is food. It's not medicine. Don't put it... This is why I'm pissed off when people say that food is medicine. Just because Hippocrates said this, what was his incentive in saying that? Well, he wanted to be able to heal people by with food. Why? Well, because he liked the way this. I'm speculating. I don't know, but this is how the medical system works, isn't it? Don't they love Hippocrates? Don't they take an oath because of that dude? Don't they? So this medical industry likes the fact that we're constantly, no matter what you eat, most of us are undernourished, malnourished anyway. So they feel like they'll prescribe you some food, right? Or some extract from this food in a little capsule form and with a highly, highly elevated price, right? They're basically just giving you food that they took away from you in very crude terms, right? They're they're letting you have what you should have been had from the very beginning. That should have never been taken away from you or replaced with this slave food, right? But because they took away the meat from you and kept it for themselves, the kings, the rulers, the authorities, now they're acting like food is medicine and you gotta pay for it. That's why they say food is medicine. It's not. Food is food. Medicine is medicine. Learn the fucking difference.
Them locally and organic and cage-free and pasture-raised, and really researching on what I was buying and what I was eating. So that was the first 3 weeks, and then I found a doctor who she's plant-based and is a gastroenterologist. So I went to see her, and she suggested to take the antibiotics and to follow a vegan diet. Throughout this whole time, I haven't taken antibiotics because I want to heal.
Oh, what a kook!
So she recommended that, and she said you can eat anything. The SIBO diet is what it's not true. You can follow a vegan diet, just don't eat fruit, no raw, and that's it. And so I started to eat 100% plant-based, which was a lot of fiber foods. Again, I wasn't eating any gluten. That's something that she recommended, but the symptoms came back even worse. One of the weeks it was.
Yeah, what dummy goes to a vegan doctor or healthcare practitioner? What dummy? Well, no shit, it didn't work. Because you went to a vegan. Veganism
5 days.
is not a diet, right? Ain't that what they say? It's not about health. Ain't that what they say? It's not a diet. It's not about health, but I'll give you dietary and health advice. As long as you're vegan and you follow the vegan diet. Get the... Come on, man. This really isn't rocket science, people.
That I was constipated. I literally did not go to the bathroom for 5 days. It's when you feel bloated and when you can't go to the bathroom and you have diarrhea, it's not just...
So you either, when you're vegan, it seems like you either shit all day or not at all, right? But they want to blame meat. Man. Every time I take a poop, I swear to God, I want to be like, honey, I'm talking to my wife now. Honey, come over here. Come over here. Come check this one out. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, shout out to Phil Escott. He's a funny man.
You feel there in your digestive system. It's something that affects your everything. It affected my mind. My mind felt foggy. I didn't have energy. It affected everything, my mood. This was when it was getting bad. And I'm a positive person. I always try to stay positive and look at the positive things, but it got to a point where I thought that maybe it was stress, but it was
Maybe this is a little bit unrelated, but if you have to constantly remind yourself how positive you are, how to be positive, maybe, probably you're not all that positive. It comes naturally, okay? Being a positive person. Or maybe if you, or what I mean when I say naturally is if you eat your natural diet, well, naturally you'll be positive. I've definitely experienced that. Doesn't mean that you will, but it's working for me.
Everything that I ate, whenever I ate it, I just felt sick. So I went back to the diet. I went back to the SIBO diet, and it's been about a month now that I've been, or less than a month.
This cracks me up, man. I went back to the SIBO diet. Bitch, you've been on the SIBO diet for 6 years!
It hasn't even been that long. It only took like 5 days for me to actually feel better. But 2 weeks ago was when I really started to feel a lot better. I'm feeling like myself again. I feel energy again. I feel good. I don't feel bloated. I go to the bathroom once or twice a day, and it's just been amazing. Like, I'm so grateful for that. And that is where I'm at right now. I wanted to share this video with you and just be honest and upfront and tell you exactly what is going on. This is what is going on. I wish and my hope is to...
Really? That's what you wanted? Really? Okay.
because I want to be better, because I want to be healthy, and because if I'm not healthy, then I have nothing to give to this world. We came here to serve, and how can I do it if I don't have health? If I
But how did you do it for all these years when you didn't have health? This person is just a walking, talking contradiction.
don't feel good. So essentially that's what I've done. I've taken emergency measures, and this is what I had to do. What is going to happen with me, with Rawvana? I want to share my journey. I love sharing my journey with you. I feel that everything that happens in my life,
Except when I eat meat, right? I don't like sharing that part of my journey. Get the fuck out of here, man. Tell us something, give us something honest, like for real.
is for a reason, and I feel that it's to share, and with the hope that it can
The fuck is
Para
this?
nuestros vuelos gerentes y nos muestra los vuelos
That's what she wants to share with
help
us.
someone out there, and maybe someone out there is going through what I've been going through. And I hope that this video also marks a difference in myself and my channel. There's so many things that I feel sometimes I don't share
Tons of vegans are going through what you're going through. Exactly the same shit.
because I'm afraid of what people will think.
And the reason why you didn't know this is because they didn't share their experience. When you found veganism and you followed somebody, because for damn sure you did, because no self-respecting, intelligent human being is going to think of this shit out of thin air. I'm just going to eat shit that I've never eaten before, and this stuff that I've been eating forever, I'm going to stop eating that, and I'm going to be healthier. Because nobody around me is doing this shit. Come on. Really? The reason why you got duped is because you were listening to dishonest people, and lo and behold, you've become one of them.
So I want to be stronger in my voice and what I believe in, and be more upfront and honest. And I want to be more upfront with you and clear. And I see you as friends. I see you as, I know that you are a person, a human being behind the screen, and we are all human. I want to really listen to my body, and I want to be a testament of health and pass on the message of health and of love. Thank you. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and thank you for hearing me out, and thank you to all the people that have
As she rolls her eyes. Oh man, this one is a head case for real.
messaged me in support. I have honestly not even gone on social media to see the comments.
Honestly?
I was just focusing on this video and to be as authentic and open as I can possibly be, and for you to truly feel that from me. And I know that it's going to take time for my body to heal, and I'm going to be patient with that, and I would love to share more of what I'm doing to heal and the process of how I'm feeling. No judgment.
What I want to know is how you prepare that fish. I need to see some of them recipes. Maybe steak tartare. Have you tried that yet? You gonna start cracking eggs into that blender? This person is just fake as fuck, man. She's just a phony. Look, we forgive too easily, okay? These people, these influencers that get on here and they convince all these young and gullible people, and okay, maybe at some point they were victims of exactly that themselves. Fair enough. However, because we're not insane and we learn from our mistakes, well, why are we doing this? Why is she still doing this? Why is she still propping up veganism? Clearly it didn't work for you. Clearly it's not working for all these other people. Stop pretending like you haven't noticed. None of your fucking friends are vegans. You're traveling with all these meat eaters, heavy meat eaters, excited about carne. So how are you going to sit there and talk about where is the proof for this vegan diet being so amazing? Because the studies don't exist. There is no science proving that the vegan diet is good for the human being. Doesn't exist. Everybody around you's eating meat, and the people that ain't are getting sick, just like you did. But we're all different. We're all different. I know, because I don't know, because you believe me, right? Seriously, like, we're too forgiving. How many people got sick following the advice of Rawvana and people like her? How many people? And she's still telling them to keep doing the shit that failed her because she knows we're all different and all this other fucking hippie shit, man. Give me a break, man. I'm not buying the fake ass puppy face on top of them fake ass titties. That fucking vegan cooch. Get mad. I don't give a fuck. Where all the feminists at? Don't even get me started on all the fucking feminists pushing all this LGBT trash. Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with sucking dick, even if you have one. But these feminists who are part and parcel of this intersectional SJW la la land are pushing for this, you know, transgenderism and multi-genderism, whatever the fuck you want to call it, ism. Right? Acting like we should respect all genders, even all the imaginary ones, right? While at the same time saying that they respect the woman, right? So what they're doing is they're sending that transgender or that dude that got his dick cut off into the cage with all those women to whoop on them. But don't you dare touch a woman, even if she slaps you, right? Talking about respecting the woman, being pro-woman, and sending men into the cage to whoop her ass. Yeah? This is how hypocritical, contradictory, and self-refuting all these ideologies, all these cross-sectional SJW leftists, and I don't even like using these terms, but these are the terms that most people understand, so I have to step into the mainstream to make sense, if I am talking to the mainstream. You know, all these, and veganism is definitely included in all these leftist SJW ideologies. They all contradict themselves. It's all self-refuting. It doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. It rejects nature, our nature, who we are, to the fucking core. And we are men and women, which isn't to say that there aren't some in-betweeners here and there comprising of 0.000001 of the global population. But what we basically are is men and women that better eat meat if they want to make fucking sense. Because not eating meat doesn't make sense. Anyway, we're done here, man. I get so heated because there's some real fucking evil out there. And this lady here is exactly that. Get mad. Take care.